All right, my dear, anything else you want to tell me?
No.
All right, let's get to the new book then. Oh, that's not your new book. That's your brother's book.
Oh, that's the people say so.
What?
So, 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 so childish.
Wow, don't say that to your brother though. Okay, so we have to look at, can you see the book up there now?
Yes.
Okay. We have a lot of definitions here that we have to learn before we start reading. So we'll take turns. You read number one, I'll read number two, okay?
Okay.
Can you see okay? I'll make it a little bigger. Hold on. How's that? Okay?
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Number one.
Slow left the privacy in investigation detective investigating and investigating the case.
Good. So those are all words for the same thing. Sleuth, private eye, private investigator, or detective. Except that a detective is a police officer and the other ones are not. Okay, but they are the same thing. They're looking to solve the case. Number two, sidekick, the helper, person, animal who helps the detective investigate the crime. So you,
Oh,
like in this picture, that's Batman and Robin. So Robin is the sidekick. Okay.
oh, Peter.
Mm.
Just if I am a detective, I will like a a very rare animal to be my sidekick.
Oh, like what?
Like what is peacock? I forgot.
Pig hawk.
Just it have a very big feathers and it's like this.
And the
And
feathers
it's
are
very
blue.
yes.
Yeah, peacock. Peacock. Yeah.
Oh, I would like a peacock to be my sidekick.
It's very interesting. I was watching a TV show yesterday, and the mom wanted to buy her daughter a peacock for her house. And the daughter's like, "What? I don't want a peacock. Like, why would you buy me a peacock?" It was very funny. And then you said it today. Suddenly I have peacocks everywhere. And they went to like a peacock farm and everything. It was really strange. And the daughter was like, "No, thanks. I don't want a peacock."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ew.
Who?
Which one?
It was a TV, just a TV show. I don't even know. But
Oh.
a family, not a show I normally watch. And I thought, oh, I'll try this. And I thought this is a very strange show. And then the girl like went to see the peacock and it flew away into the tree and it got lost. It was a whole thing. It was very strange. Okay, read number three, please.
Victim.
Mm.
The people whom the crime happened.
Good. So the detective is trying to help the victim, of course. Snitch, the person who tells on someone else.
No, a snitch.
What?
This teacher is a snitch very bad.
Uh, like, no, because if somebody does something bad, and there's a victim, you should tell, right? But like if you do something bad and then Jack tells your mom, you'd be like, don't snitch, right? But if it's a very bad thing, then somebody has to snitch because if somebody got hurt or it's more serious then so sometimes a snitch is bad, but usually it's the right thing to do is to tell someone else if they need help. Okay, do you understand?
Oh,
Yeah. somebody steals your wallet and you know who, or someone steals your friend's wallet and you know who it is, you should snitch so they can get their money back, right?
Yeah.
Or you could try going to that person and say, give her wallet back, or I'm going to snitch on you. And then if they give it back, then maybe you don't have to snitch. You have to decide yourself about those kinds of things. But if you need help, then it's definitely the right thing to do is to snitch. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, number 5.
So that a person who may be involved in a crime.
Good. So we're not sure if they did it, but we are suspicious. We suspect that that person is involved. Okay. Witness, someone who saw what happened. So first you would be a witness and then maybe you would snitch, right? If you see it happen.
Yes,
Yeah.
sure.
Mhm.
I don't like. I think it is so scary to read these words.
Oh, are they scaring you?
And this it was. Let me imagine that there is a bad guy. It's going to do some at me.
Oh dear. Well, I don't think that's going to happen. And I don't think this story is very scary. It's but if it is, then we don't have to keep reading it, okay? They
Okay.
do sound like serious words, but think about it something like this. Let's say Jack stole your teddy bear. Even though it's not really serious, like of course you want your teddy bear back, but you would still and you have a sidekick. Okay, so you and your peacock are the sidekick and the detective. You're also the victim. Who would be the snitch? Maybe your mom. Maybe your mom knows where it is, so she's the snitch and the witness. It doesn't have to be too serious, right? But all of these things still exist, even if it's just a little small crime. Okay? So think of it that way. It could just be a silly, and you suspect that
Teacher,
your brother, but you're not sure. So we have to investigate to find out. Yes.
yes, teacher.
Yes.
But do you think I have a peacock? If I have a peacock sidekick, it will be very funny.
It would be very funny because peacocks make funny sounds. It would be funny to hear. You're talking to the peacock and it's making that funny sound. It would be very funny. So that makes it a
What
little bit less
a
scary too,
sound!
right? These are funny. I can't make a peacock sound. Do you know?
Now,
Let's check YouTube and see if we can find one. I know it's loud. Like I know what it sounds like. I just can't do it. But it's loud.
very
It can be louder than
teacher is
a rooster. Do you know what a rooster sounds like?
yes, teacher
Hmm.
is. Oh, I want the prettiest peacock in the world to be my sidekick. Oh man.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
It might be real loud. Get ready.
Okay.
Oh, my dog's going crazy. The dog's on the bed
Oh,
going,
I didn't hear it.
you couldn't hear it? Oh,
Yeah.
weird. Okay, hold on. Let me try something. Okay. All right, let's
Your cats and dogs are crazy.
be okay. She'll be okay. Okay, you ready? Let me try again. Can you hear it now?
I only heard a squeak.
Let's try one more time. Can you hear it?
Yes.
Yeah. It's pretty loud, right? And look at his face. Okay, anyway.
Oh,
Yeah, that would be pretty fun. Okay, let's get through these definitions so you don't have to think about them anymore. Where are we now? Witness, culprit. Do you want me to just read them? Will you feel better if I read them?
okay.
All right, culprit, the person who committed or assists in the crime. Fugitive, the person running from the law. So if the person runs away, and a secondary source is the witness who has information that they just heard from someone else. They didn't see anything, but they heard something. They heard the story from someone. Okay, and then there's a whole bunch of other words. Holy doodle.
Oh,
Yeah, it's okay. We'll leave those for now. And then if we are confused by something, we will come back to them later if necessary. Okay.
oh, great.
Okay. So let's read this phrase though. A red herring. Okay. So when we use the expression red herring, it's a herring's a fish. Okay. Here's a picture of it. But the phrase means camouflage. You know what camouflage means?
Yeah.
Okay. So it means camouflage, and it comes from the process of curing a herring, a type of fish. When a herring is salted and smoked over a wood fire, it turns dark reddish brown color and gains a strong flavor and scent. The smell is so strong that it overwhelms the senses. So that means it's like not good. It's like, oof, that stinks, right? According to some tales, red herrings were pulled across the trail of hounds to confuse them and throw them off the trail. That's the important part, okay? So sometimes writers of detective fiction deliberately trick us, the reader, by planting misleading clues known as red herrings. So we are like reading and we're like, oh, I think it was Jack that did it. And we're like, because this, but it's just a red herring. They're just doing that to trick us. It's just a thing that writers do to make it more interesting when you're reading.
Oh, yes, I am going to read about this.
You're what?
I am writing a Chinese story. I am
You,
planning to write it. I am going to just add something like this. My
great idea.
my uh my classmates love to read detective stories.
Mm. So is your story going to be a detective story?
Yes.
Oh, well, maybe you can get some ideas from this book then. You can use some of the ideas. That'd be great. Yeah, I think a red herring makes things a lot more interesting, right? Because people think,
Yeah.
and then also later, then they think, oh, is that a red herring too? If they figure it out, you could use more than one. It makes it really exciting, I think. So a mystery, or maybe you're writing a mystery, okay, or whatever. So the elements of a mystery. So the genre for this book is mystery, okay? So of course something has to happen, a crime or something has to happen. You have a variety, many different kinds of characters. We need some clues. We need suspense and tension, which is what the red herring can create for you. And then of course, eventually there is a solution. And in
Oh,
a,
okay.
especially in a detective story or a mystery, you have to include the solution. Otherwise, it's very frustrating for the reader, right? If you end the book and you're like, you still don't know what happened, you're like, ah, so frustrated. Okay, so
I love to just look at the ending. Is it good or bad?
I know so many people that do that. My sister is one of them. I hate it. For me, I don't want to know the ending. I usually want to try to figure it out by myself too. So it's exciting for me. I'm like, was I right? Or was it a red herring? Or yeah, so I don't like to, but many people do read the ending first. Strange to me. But anyway, do you like to read the ending first?
Yes, I was going to find out is this bad or is this good? If it is bad, I will shut up the book and just sit it out.
Oh dear. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, can you see the book up there now? It says B is for big bucks.
What is big bucks?
Big bucks means bucks or money, like a dollar. So big bucks means a lot of money.
Ah.
Okay. Do you want to read or would you like me to read?
Um, you.
Okay. You let me know when you're ready. Okay. The detective looked at the three friends. Tell you what, he said, if you find the kid who filmed the robber, get the video. There'll be a nice reward if you hand it over. How much? Josh asked. Oh, my son's name is Josh. How about $100 for each of you? $100? Screamed Ruth Rose. The detective pulled out a small pad and a pencil. He wrote something and ripped off the page. Here's my phone number. Call me if you get that video. Didn't close the door behind Detective Reddy. He grinned at Josh and Ruth Rose. $100 each. We're rich. Okay, so the A to Z mystery series. There's the absent author, the bald bandit. I guess there's just two. This is for my mother. Okay.
Teacher, I want to ask you one thing.
Okay.
If you teacher, my story is like this. Just someone stole someone's very valuable gold crown.
Gold
And
crown?
yes.
Ooh, yes.
And
Of course you have a
there
crown in
is
your story. I love it.
and a people is going to find the gold crown.
Yeah.
And it is a rainbow god who stole it.
Okay.
And don't know how to just end it.
Okay, we need a little more information. Who stole it? The rainbow what?
God.
God?
Yeah.
Okay. Why? Is it a god or a goddess? A man?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know you have to think of a good reason why? Why did he want the crown so badly? Just because he liked it, or was it magical? Could it help him to bake better rainbows or something?
It has just the colors of the the 7 colors of rainbow.
In the crown.
There's diamonds. There's 7 crowns.
Oh.
And when he got the 7 crowns, he could make that rainbow that it will last forever. And it's a beautiful rainbow on the world.
Boy, oh boy, seems like a good reason to take it, doesn't it? Why does the
Yeah.
princess not want, is she a princess?
No.
Okay, why?
It just it's um, it's just a traveler. He at the jungle he found it. At the rainbow jungle he found it. And his sidekick. He has 2 sidekicks. One is Peacock.
Okay, good. But
One is
the king, the rainbow god, he found the crown?
no, he stole it from the traveler.
Okay, so he took it from the traveler. Did he, in your story, are you going to include, did he first ask the traveler, can I have the crown? And the traveler said no? Or he just took it without asking? And also, like right now, I want the god to keep the crown. I feel like it's a really good reason, even though he stole it. He has a really good reason for wanting it. So you need to have a, like, why is it important that the traveler keeps it? Like, why should he not give the crown to that god? Is that god a bad god? Is he gonna do something? He can create a rainbow forever, but also if he does that, like, it will never rain again or something. I don't know. I don't know what you can say, but
No, the rainbow can go to a very, very happy and magical world.
so like
It's
I said, right now, I think that the traveler should give him the crown. The I don't feel like the god right now is a bad guy. He seems like a good guy, right?
because there is a very good God that he don't want the bad God to go to the magical world.
Mm.
So,
Oh, that's good. Good.
so he just, you have to have, he just, he have to get the crown so he can go to the happy magical world. And
Mm.
the traveler just, he just, he is, he just, he wants to go to the happy magical world. He wants to go too.
Mm.
And so he found it that the God said, find your chief has a so if you lose it, you're very weak. You're a weeper. If you find it, you can keep it.
Okay, so I think your
So,
red herring should be the bad god, where I think from a lot of the story, we should think the bad god stole it. And then suddenly we're gonna realize, oh no, it was the good god. Maybe that's a good idea for a red herring. And then, but yeah, I don't know. I have to think a little more about how we should end it so that the traveler is happy and the good god is happy. Maybe they can
ow,
maybe they can talk about it at the end and be like, maybe the good god could say, I was the one, it wasn't the bad god. I took your crown because blah blah blah. And then what if he says, like, what if I create this world and you can come? And then the traveler says, okay, you can keep it. I don't know. That
ow.
might that might be a way.
First, just look at the story and really want to look at it.
Okay, yeah, look at this map. Okay, so this looks like their town. You can see Main Street. There's some water around it and some boats. So it looks like a pretty cute town, right?
Yeah, I think I have to go and study the map and draw a map.
Yeah, it's a very looks like we may need to look at this map later. But here it looks also, you can see we met Dink, so this looks like Dink's house. And there's a gym and a pool and stuff. So maybe we need to come back to this map a little later. So we'll know where it is. It's on page 6. Okay. So chapter 1.
Oh,
It's kind of a scary face, isn't it?
mm, yeah.
Okay. Oh, they're plastic fangs. Okay. Dink slipped the plastic fangs into his mouth. He made a scary face at his best friend, Josh Pinto. Do I look like a vampire? It was hard to talk without spitting, so Dink took the fangs out again. Dink's full name was Donald David Duncan, but nobody called him Donald except his mom when she was upset. Then she called him by all 3 names. Josh grinned. Oops. Let me just refresh the page and see if it makes it clear. Great. No, you look like a skinny 3rd grader wearing false teeth. Wait till I put on the rest of my costume, Dink said. Then I'll look like a vampire. Maybe you will. Josh was tearing a green bed sheet into long strips. And maybe you won't. Dink's guinea pig, Loretta, what a great name, crawled among the green strips. Every now and then she let out a curious squeak. How will you be able to walk if you're wrapped up in all those strips? Dink asked Josh. Josh kept tearing. Swamp monsters don't walk, he said in a silvery voice. They glide. Okay, so how will you be able to glide wrapped in all those strips? The doorbell rang. When Dink opened the door, his next door neighbor, Ruth Rose, was standing on the steps. Hi, Ruth Rose. Why are you wearing a wig? Halloween isn't until tomorrow. Ruth Rose was dressed in her usual bright clothes, a pink shirt, pink pants, and pink sneakers. But on her head, she wore a shiny, oh, I thought it was going to say crown, black wig. She also had on thick fake eyebrows. Ruth Rose wiggled the fake eyebrows up and down. Guess who I am? A hairy princess? Oh, sorry, Josh stared at Ruth Rose. A hairy princess? No. Groucho Marx? She shook her head. Tell us, Ruth Rose, Dink said. Ruth Rose pretended to strum a guitar. I'm Elvis, she cried. Do you know who Elvis is, Michelle?
Yes.
Okay, so she's dressing up like Elvis for Halloween. That was my next guess, Josh said. Ruth Rose looked at his mound of green strips. What are you supposed to be? Josh wrapped a strip around his face. He made a swamp monster face at Ruth Rose. Guess, he said. Ruth Rose smiled sweetly. You're a green sheet torn into strips. The doorbell rang again. This time Dink saw a tall man standing on the doorstep. He was dressed in a suit and tie. He had dark curly hair and droopy mustache and a dimpled chin. Hi there. My name is Detective Reddy. I was hired by the Green Lawn Savings Bank to find someone. Did you hear about the robbery? Josh and Ruth Rose came to the door and stood behind Dink. Oh, there's the detective. Good drawings. Dink nodded. I heard about it on TV. Are you looking for the robber? Josh asked. Detective Reddy shook his head. Right now, I'm looking for someone who saw him. When the thief ran out of the bank, he took off his mask. Some kid was walking by with a video camera. He got the thief on tape. The bank hired me to find the kid so I can get the video. What does the kid look like? Ruth Rose asked. Detective Reddy stared at her. Elvis wig. Someone in the bank said he has red hair and he's tall and skinny. Sounds like you, Josh, said Dink. He laughed and pointed at Josh's red hair. It wasn't me, honest, Josh said. I don't even have a video camera. No, the kid was a lot older than you, said the detective, probably in high school. He patted his mustache. Do you guys know anyone like that? No, Dink said, but we do know Green Lawn pretty well. Maybe we can help you find him. The detective looked at the three friends. Tell you what, he said, check the high school tomorrow. If you find the kid who filmed the robber, get the video. There'll be a nice reward if you hand it over. So we read this part already, right?
Yeah.
$100, screamed Ruth Rose. Dink, Josh, and Detective Reddy covered their ears. Ouch, said Detective Reddy. That's quite a set of lungs you've got there. How can we get in touch with you if we find the kid? Dink asked. The detective pulled out a small pad and a pencil. He wrote something on the paper. Here's my phone number. Call me if you get that video. Dink closed the door behind Detective Reddy. He grinned at Josh and Ruth Rose. $100 each. We're rich.
Teacher, can I read it?
Yes, you can, but you can read chapter 2. Let's just answer the questions here, okay? So we have three main characters, right? Dink, Josh, and Ruth Rose, and then the detective, I guess. What is the setting? So where are they in the story? Do you remember the town name?
Green Lawn.
Yeah.
And Laurie is the hamster, and Ruth Rose is dressed as Elvis.
Good. Okay, so Loretta is what is Loretta?
The guinea pig.
Good. Ruth Rose, yes, is dressed as Elvis.
Teacher,
Mm-hmm.
I look like Ruth.
Yeah, you do. That's true. Okay, what does the man on the doorstep look like? Can you describe him?
He is very scary. No, he is the bandit.
He looks like a bandit?
Yeah.
What does he have on his face?
A mustache.
Yes. Okay, so who is the detective looking for?
Uh, the
Starts with an R.
the
Oh no, I'm wrong. Not the robber, but the
video camera.
the kid who took the video, right?
Yeah, teacher.
Hmm.
Don't you think the roof rolls? What does you think roof rolls look like?
You have the same kind of eyes, and that look, the way she's smiling. She's like, I don't know. I just think it was, and plus you have like your hair and back, and she's got a hairband on. I don't know. I mean, her hair's curly and yours isn't, but still. What is the reward, Michelle? How much?
100 bucks.
You got it, $100. Good. Okay, so how did Dink, Josh, and Detective Reddy, why did Dink, Josh, and Detective Reddy cover their ears?
Because roof rolls are green.
Good. How are the kids able to contact Detective Reddy?
They have his phone number.
Good. And why did the kids say they were rich?
If when they solve the case.
Yeah, they will each get $100, right?
Is $100 very much?
Yeah, for a kid it is $100. Let's see. Let me see how much that is in Taiwanese money. Do you know?
Are you shivering?
Huh? What?
No.
So 100 US dollars in Taiwan dollars is 3,197.
Oh,
Three
if I
thousand
had that, I would be rich.
$3,200 about. So do you think that's a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can buy lots of 7-Eleven's ice cream.
that's right. I don't know how to write Taiwanese dollars. So 3,200. I'm just gonna write it like this. TWD, Taiwanese dollars, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Hmm.
Do do your North Korea do South Korea have Thai 7-Eleven?
We do. Hmm.
Oh,
In Canada too.
great. I like 7-Eleven.
Yeah, 7-Eleven's great. And they're, I think everywhere I've ever traveled, I'm not sure about Vietnam, but definitely Thailand has 7-Eleven. They're everywhere, as far as I know, in all the countries. Maybe not Europe. I'm not sure. Okay, your turn.
Here's
After
the
two.
plan. It's almost 3 o'clock the next afternoon. Dink Dap and Ruth Rose are heading to high school. A few blocks away from Green Lawn Elementary. Teacher,
Yeah.
I think Dink and Dap and Ruth Rose are 10.
You think they're what?
They're 10.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But keep an eye on the parking lot too. And how can I watch the bike rack and the parking lot? Watch one with each eye. That's very hard.
Yeah.
What's your station? Ruth Rose asked. Dink. I will be. I will be watching the front door. If anyone sees a skinny redhead, stop him and yell. River laughed, stop him and yell. He will think we're crazy and run away. She's right, Dash said. Think scratched his big blonde hair. Okay, don't tell.
Don't yell.
Yes, get his name and tell him he may have won some money. So
Oh,
I cut through the park next to the high school. What money? Well, if detective,
detective.
Detective Reddy is going to pay us $100 each to find the video. I figure we can give the kid half the money, but only if he gives us the video.
Oh, okay. It's a good idea.
At the high school, they split up. Josh ran around the back of the school. Wolf Rose had sat on the lawn next to the bike rack. Dink sat on a bench where he had a good view from the front doors. Suddenly he heard a loud bell. 10 seconds later, the front door burst open. A million.
Sorry, a million?
High school kids shoveled the door and scrambled down the front steps. Teacher, that's not fair. We have to just have class until 4, not 3.
Oh, did it say it was 3 o'clock? Did it say it was 3 o'clock? Where? Anyway, I don't know where it says that, but in Canada, and I guess the United States too, school starts at usually 9, well, in my city, 9:15 till 3:15. Yeah. And if that starts in first grade until the end of high school, school is always the same amount of time. Yeah.
What? We have to get up at 7. We have to get up at 6 to get ready for school. And then when it is 7:30, I have to rush out of my home, my daddy's store, and then go to school until 4 and then go home.
So school starts at 8 o'clock?
No, 8:30.
8:30?
If you don't count the teacher time. And if you count the teacher time, it will start at if you was just look like you go into the classroom's time.
Okay. Yeah, you could go in the class early too. Oh no, actually you probably can't. You have to start school at when the teacher, you could play outside, but you couldn't. And also one more thing, Michelle, when they say a million, you know, they don't really mean a million students, right? That's just sort of an expression, like when there's a lot of people, we're like, oh, there's a million people. It's not really 1 million people. That's way too many. That they just mean a lot of children or kids came walking out through the door at the same time. So it's going to be hard to find that one kid, right? Because there's so many students around. Okay, keep going.
He stood on the bench so he wouldn't get trampled. He was looking for red hair, but it wasn't easy to spot. Some of the kids had hats on. Some wore jackets or sweatshirts with the hoods pulled up. Sometimes Dink couldn't tell if a kid was a boy or a girl.
Good. Are you okay? Do you want to keep reading?
Finally, he spots a tall guy with red hair. Dink jumped off the bench and ran after him. Excuse me, Dink said, trying to catch his breath. Who are you? The redhead said. Dink Duncan. Dink tried to remember his plan. You may have won some money. The redhead stared down at Dink.
Did I mess up your voice?
You money me what? How much money? Were you near the bank when the robbery happened last week? The kids kept staring at the robbery. What robbery? Didn't you hear about it? It was on the news and TV. Some guy robbed Green Lawn Savings Bank. So what is to you? The kid with red hands was got the robber on tape. Dink said, I'm helping to find him. There's going to be a reward. Rats, I wish I did take the guy. The redhead said, thinking his head. I could use a reward, but I wasn't anywhere near the bank last week.
Do you want me to take over?
Okay.
Okay, he waved and headed for the park. Just take a little break, have some water, and then tell me when you're ready, okay? Good luck. Dink looked around for another redhead, but everyone had disappeared. He walked toward the bike rack. Ruth Rose was sitting on the lawn, weaving grass blades together. Did you see any redheads? Dink asked, plopping down beside her. 3, Ruth Rose said. One was a short, fat boy. One was a girl. One was a teacher. Josh came running up. Any luck? He asked. Nope. Dink said, how'd you do? I talked to 2 guys with red hair. One of them told me to take a hike. When someone says take a hike, it means go away. Okay. The other one was an exchange student from Ireland. He told me he doesn't even know where the bank is. Great, Dink said. We all struck out. Now what do we do?
Sure.
Hmm.
What is like Lem told me to take a hike.
I just told you it means go away.
Oh.
Yeah, if someone says take a hike, they mean go away. I don't want to talk to you. Okay?
Oh, watch me.
Yeah, not very nice. That's right. Very true. Josh tossed a pine cone at a tree. Beats me. And beats me means I don't know.
Oh, teacher, I like pine cones. Taiwan don't have pine cones.
Oh, no.
I never saw a really pine cone.
Oh, they are fun. You can make things out of them too. We should search the whole neighborhood, Ruth Rose said. How? Dink asked. Ruth Rose stood up and dusted off her shorts. Easy. We just go door to door and ask. How can we do that without our parents finding out? Josh asked. Mine won't let me get involved with some bank robber, that's for sure. Mine either, Dink said. So how do we explain why we're wandering around Greenlawn knocking on everyone's doors? Asked Josh. Come on, guys. Ruth Rose said, think about it. What's tonight? Dink and Josh looked at each other. Halloween. Wait, let me just check. We're actually out of time. Oh, perfect. We finished chapter 2. We can start chapter 3 tomorrow. All right, my dear, I will see you tomorrow, okay?
Can't wait.
Okay.
What is Pepper doing?
I still haven't seen her. My door's closed, so I don't know.
What is Dodo doing?
I believe he's on the sofa,
Why?
sleeping, same as always. I have to run those.
And
I have another student right now, okay?
okay, bye bye.
Bye, see you tomorrow.